Hey Spuddies, Pathemic Whiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. Now, this time around, we're going to be doing something similar to what we did in the last series. The last series, we did a How to Beat Prince campaign, and now we're going to be doing a How to Beat King campaign. We're going to use completely vanilla standard settings. The only change I made is I'm going to be playing with the Pangaea map, just to kind of make a little bit more interesting for ourselves, have a slightly different map, and we're going to be playing as Alexander because he's a new civilization and I haven't played a game as him. But yeah, other than that, you know, fairly standard settings, nothing has changed except for the map type. So, some differences from King, if I can just bring it up here. It Here it is, sorry. I should have had this prepared, but I guess, I mean, we're just looking at a loading screen at the moment, so, you know, no big deal. So, the big difference, I'll see if I can get an overlay put on the screen while I'm talking about this. The big difference between Prince and King is that in science, the AI gets an 8% increase to its science, an 8% increase to its culture, a 20% increase to its production, gold, and another 8% increase to its faith. So the AI just gets more stuff, basically. Okay? Additionally, on King, the AI gets +1 combat power to its units. They get plus 10% experience for their units. So their units are very slightly stronger, and they get experience very slightly faster. Okay? Additionally, when they on King, the AI gets 1 free tech boost and 1 free civic boost, so they just start out in a better position. They have a little bit more science and culture on the bat. Okay, the other bonuses that they get is that their starting unit, typically you start with a settler and a warrior. On King, they get a settler and 2 warriors, and when they build their first district, they get a builder. Okay, additionally, the final bonus that no, that's all of the bonuses, sorry. Yeah, that's all of the bonuses. So, just to quickly recap that, the AI gets more of everything, like science, culture, and faith gets a little bit of a boost, and production and gold gets a reasonable boost, okay? Their units are very slightly better. They get a couple of extra starting research boosts. They start with an extra warrior, and they get a free builder. And that's everything. So the AI starts out with a little bit of a boost ahead, and I think their actual like AI tweaks. They're a little bit smarter. So the AI on King is very slightly better, in a better starting position than the AI on Prince. Okay, so looking around here, we have our settler. We have our warrior. I just scouted over here because I wanted to check the coastline to see if there was any resources worth moving my settler towards the coastline for, but there's only 1 fish, and I can stay in this position. And if I turn on the show yield icons here, I have actually pretty decent tiles I can work in the early game. I have this wine, which is 3 food, 1 gold. That's reasonable. I have this copper, which is 2 food, 1 production, and 2 gold, which is a pretty reasonable tile. We'll probably be working that from the start. And then I have the dyes over here, and that's going to be a really nice tile as well as this hill jungle, which is a 2 food 2. So I have pretty good tiles here, so I'm reasonably happy to settle in place. Now, of course, I think the very first thing I'm going to be working, I'm going to lock in that copper, because the copper is pretty good. The extra gold bonus will be nice for purchasing stuff down the line. Now, to start off here, similarly, you pretty much always want to start with a scout. There are situations in which you don't want to do that, but, you know, scout is a good opener. And if we look around here, the improvements for our luxury is an irrigation improvement. So we're probably going to want to grab mining and mining and irrigation fairly early into the game. So I'm gonna start off with mining to see if we can do that. We're not going to be going for a religion in this game, because I should have probably talked about Alexander's bonuses a little bit too. So, the very first bonus is that Alexander does not take war weariness, so he doesn't lose amenities. His military units heal when they capture a city with a world wonder. Every single one of his military units heals, so that's really nice. He also has the Hellenistic fusion, which means he gets a Eureka for each encampment or campus in the conquered city, and an inspiration for each holy site or theatre square. So he's good at killing people who are greedy. So I think Alexander is very much so a civilization for punishing greedy players, I think. And then he has 2 unique units, which are just a slightly better cavalry unit as far as I remember, and then a slightly better spearman with some unique abilities. And then if we just go into the where is it? Heterioi. If we just quickly look here, it's a Macedon, it's a replacement for the horseman with the same combat strength. It has the same movement speed, I believe. Yes, but it has +5 combat strength, an extra +5 when it's adjacent to a great general, and it gets +5 great general points when it kills an enemy unit, and it starts with 1 free promotion. So overall, you know, it's a pretty interesting unit. I would say it's a pretty damn strong unit. And then the other one is the what was this other unit called? Is it the Hypaspis? I don't know how to say it, so I just won't try to say it. I'll say it's, you know, unique spearman. And if we look here, it is a replacement for the swordsman with the same combat strength, and it is has +5 combat strength when besieging districts, and has a 50% additional support bonus. And for those of you who don't know, just in case, the support bonus, oh, it doesn't say it here, but basically it's when it's beside other units that they get a bonus when it's fighting and stuff like that. You know, it's hard to explain exactly what it is. So I found a tribal village over here, and I want to pick it up with my warrior next turn. Just mostly doing a little bit of scouting because we're going to be looking for our first couple of city settlements. We're hopefully picking up some faith here. Oh, we got a relic actually. Well, now this changes things. It might actually be worth it to go for a religious purchasing strategy here. So in fact, I think what I will do is I will queue up astrology second. And we will invest at least a little bit into religion. Okay, we found another tribal village. That's quite lucky. Those are very close together. And I think we've already started to maybe find... Oh, excellent. A leveled up warrior. So I think I'll take the +5 or +7 combat strength there. May as well. There's no harm in not taking it up. Do a little bit of exploration. Keep going here. And I'm just doing a little bit of exploration to find out, because there might be a city around here. And actually, if I look, there's some crabs. Let's see here. If I go into my settler map mode, there is potential for a city on the coast over here somewhere. Very light on production, so I don't know how useful this city will be. We climb up here. Probably if I was to settle over here, I would want to settle near these hills just to get some production. I'm getting very lucky on the tribal villages. Now, I've already scouted in this direction, so I'm going to send my scout up to the north. We already have a Pantheon, and I think it totally makes sense here to pick up the... Where is the one? Isn't there a thing that like triples the... We have a look here. In here somewhere. This is what's so great about the Civipedia. You can just like look through and figure out things. Faith and religion. Let's see. Pantheons. Oh, where city, states, districts, buildings, wonders and projects, units of promotion, religion. Very cool. They have some interesting. I didn't know they had this in here. Cool. The information about the religions. So we have Dance of the Aurora. Where is it? There is a bonus. I don't know if it's a Pantheon or a belief for building for not building relics, for reliquaries. Is it reliquaries? Here it is, reliquaries. So I actually have to found a religion to get reliquaries. So that's something we will definitely consider here. Now, in terms of Pantheon, so really the question here is, what's going to help us right now, or what's going to help us long term? Now, what's going to help us right now is if we go for God of the Forge, we could produce a lot of units really quickly. So if we look here, Holy Site Districts, +1 Faith. No, none of these really appeal to me. Divine Spark, Lady the Marshland, production. I think the thing to go for here is the Ancient and Classical Military units, and then we can just pump out a bunch of units much quicker. So that's really nice. I think we will pick up another warrior. We want at least, I think 2 warriors and a slinger is a good number. We found another tribal village over here. And we just finished mining, which is great. So next we're going to go for astrology. Because we picked up the reliquary thing, we're going to go for a religion. Change the path of my game. And I just unlocked the knowledge for astrology. So it looks like the game really wants me to go religion this time. I'll do a little bit of scouting with this scout. Found another tribal village. Next turn. Gonna keep sending this guy scouting down this way. And we are getting, I believe we should be getting a 25% bonus for this guy. I don't know. A lot of these bonuses, they don't show up properly for some reason, and it makes me worry that they don't work. So we found a barbarian encampment. We're gonna want to go kill that with a slinger to get the boost. I don't mind sending my unit beside the encampment because I want to get the tribal village. It's willing. I'm willing to risk getting hit for the thing. Unfortunately, because that triggered, I don't know what we actually picked up. It was probably gold. So if we look here and purchase, I could purchase another scout. I think what I want to do is purchase a builder. That would be really nice if I could do that. And then just focus on building units. I'm going to hit that scout because it's a free hit, essentially. So it looks like we found Armagh. Armagh. Not my mom. Our mom. I'm going to send this warrior up here to start at least softening up this encampment. And it looks like we picked up the Spear of Fionn. That's actually really nice too, considering we're doing, again, because we're playing a militaristic game as it's the easiest victory type, we're going to be making liberal use of that. And in fact, to the point where I'm considering bringing this warrior back now to go pick that up. We're going to pick up another slinger here. To get I want to get the archery boost. If I look up here, the killing a unit with a slinger boost is really nice because it's just free science that you can pick up. We met Armagh, and I think we were the first. No, we were not the first, but we did meet them. They want me to send a trade route. That's probably not going to happen. We're generating a decent amount of faith, which means we might be able to purchase an early great profit. So let's have a look here. We could go for +1 production in all cities or +1 faith and 1 gold. I think production here is the no-brainer choice, and the +5 combat strength when fighting barbarians is also the no-brainer choice here. Just because we're going to be fighting barbarians, we have units near barbarians, all that sort of stuff. Could you go here, and then I will pick up faster movement in woods and rainforest. Although I probably should have taken hills and stuff. I just, I kind of clicked wildly. I'm going to move this warrior over here because we're moving him up to pick up the Spear of Fionn bonus. So, I'm going to be purchasing a builder in how many turns? If I look here, it is 47 divided by 7.3. If I just quickly do the math on that, 7.3. It's going to take me 6.5 turns, so 7 turns to buy a new builder, because a builder is 200 gold. So, it's perfectly reasonable for me to pick up the craftsmanship civic, especially because I also want the Agog military policy to produce more military units in the early game. I think it's nice to build your units fairly early into the game and then focus on other stuff. At least somewhat. Looks like there's another barbarian encampment over there that we're going to want to deal with. Bring this guy up here. You should make your way over there. Unit needs orders. Keep scouting around. Yeah, I definitely should have taken the hill promotion. Looks like another slinger coming out here. I want you to heal. Move you along. Looks like we found the top edge of the map. So that's that. Oh, accidentally rotated my screen there. We have a slinger coming out next turn, and we'll send him down here to deal with this guy. Looks like a slinger just appeared over here. That's actually kind of annoying, and it kind of means I have to redirect the slinger up to the north. And we will definitely be picking up a holy site here, since the timing of that worked out pretty nicely. Now the question is, do we want to go for Stonehenge or a holy site? Stonehenge is nice, but we would have to purchase a tile, which would set back our builder timing. No, not a monument. I want to build a holy site, but where do I want to build it is the question. I might have to purchase a tile or crush something I don't want to crush. I would like to maybe build it over here. I think in the interest of sort of a speedy... I think I'll build the holy site here. Right there. That's the dream, right? Not a very... it kind of lacks faith, which would mean I would be kind of forced to build a shrine to get any value out of it. I don't want to purchase a tile, but I might have to. Yeah, I think I kind of have to purchase a tile, and I'll place it here. Just to get the mountain adjacency. +1 faith might not seem like a much, but it is more than infinitely more than 0. Okay, so we're going to be heading over to irrigation here because we want to pick up our luxury resources. We have 2 luxuries in the range of our capital, so we're going to want to drop a farm on this rice and then 2 plantations. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of having plantation resources. Personally, I think I'm... Oh, you weren't supposed to cross that because you're going to get hit by that slinger now. Yep. Now you need to back up. You can make your way down to this encampment. Your slinger backup is almost over there. Keep doing a little bit of scouting with this guy. It's probably less valuable to scout up near the snow, but I wanted to check for tribal villages to see if I can get any bonuses. So we're going to probably have to wait a little bit longer for the... Ouch. Back up here. You move up there. I'm probably going to have to wait up a little bit longer for that builder, so the timing on it won't work out perfectly like I was hoping. But it's no big deal. I can just switch out in 4 turns. It's an honor to meet you, Pericles. Exchanging information will be a good idea. Our knowledge of writing has advanced, so that's all good. We are going to want an early... We're going to want an early encampment. We're going to want an early campus. And we're going to want an early holy site. Try and maybe capitalize on that religion. We head over here. Looks like we can start hitting this guy because we have a lot of bonuses. Yeah, look at that damage. Pretty crazy. Holy site clocking away here. We should be pretty early to the Great Scientist game. Or Great Prophet game, sorry. And that should be a kill. Excellent. And then this should be a very significant chunk of damage because we're 17 strength against 5. So he should take a hell of a lot of damage. Keep scouting here with this scout. Found another, looks like there was a barbarian scout over here somewhere. But we cleared that encampment, so I'm not too worried. And we do actually have enough gold now to purchase that builder. So that is something we will do because we cleared the encampment. And I think we might have picked up a tribal village. I don't remember. So this should almost be a kill. Douche, excellent. Keep scouting around with this guy. Looked like this guy belonged to a tribal camp down here. Yeah, this one. We're going to have to deal with that eventually. I think the thing to do here is we're going to drop the farm because we want the, if you see here, we want the irrigation boost. And we're also going to want to drop the mine here. If we take a look here. Yeah, we're going to grow very quickly, which is nice. You should actually rest up here before I move you. Next turn.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Okay, so we finished pottery and we can get a kill with this guy. Great. Our knowledge of archery is advanced, so that's what we were really looking for out of this slinger. We found Soul. We're definitely weren't the first person to find Soul, but we did find Soul. And we found Alexander. Or Pericles, not Alexander. I'm Alexander. Unit available for promotion next turn. I'll worry about that. You've met a new city state. Yep. And they want me to build a holy site. Now, luckily, the timing on that is actually going to work out. Which is going to be +2 science for free, essentially, for me. I want you to hit that scout to do some damage to him. Next turn. Trying to catch this scout. Catch the pigeon sort of thing. You're going to want to level up. +5. We're going to drop a mine here, which gives us a boost for the wheel. And it also improves the tile we're working. I was thinking of doing doing two of these. Doing the 2 irrigation things. Irrigate the thing. God damn it, brain. The plantations, but I haven't actually unlocked the ability to do them, and I want to get the craftsmanship boost as soon as possible. So I'm going to head on over here to do the rice. Looks like our progress towards political philosophy has advanced because we found another city-state, we found Carthage, and this one we were the first to find, so that's actually really good for us. If we go to next turn. Awesome, so he took a hit from us. And now we got a knowledge of bronze working. I want you to move there to try and intercept that scout. Wait there. Maybe it would be better if you were here because you can guarantee 2 hits. Okay, almost killed that over there. I'm gonna clean up these scouts. Cross over to clear out that encampment. I have another scout here. I want to just clean up the map a little bit while I figure out what we're going to be doing. Okay, Holy Site is about to be finished. We check here the Great Prophet. Nobody is ahead of us, so we should be able to squeeze that out. So our question is now, do we go for more military units now? And I think the thing to do is absolutely go for more military units. So we're going to probably work on the wheel or archery. I definitely think it's perfectly reasonable to work on the wheel. Pick up a couple of heavy chariots. We could also work on animal husbandry. Pick up archers. I think archers are actually more important than heavy chariots. But we will pick up heavy chariots soon afterwards. I'm going for military stuff. I think we're going to skip riding because we got lucky enough that we triggered a Eureka for Soul, so that's going to cover our science needs in the early game a little bit. We're going to drop another farm here to finish off craftsmanship. It was a little bit inefficient, the route I took, because I could have switched things out. That's perfectly fine. We're going to switch over here to plus 50% combat production when building classical era melee and ranged units. And we're going to take the plus 1 production in all cities. I think we might purchase our next builder also, although we could build a builder. I think we'll skip the builder for now. And we'll just purchase it, because we're going to make some gold from killing off these encampments and stuff that we're working on. Okay, so we managed to finish craftsmanship. I think the next thing to go for, we are going to want to go for early empire, because we do want to pick up some settlers on the way, and then we'll pick up political philosophy. Okay, next turn. There's kind of 2 things I want to purchase right now. The first one is I want to purchase this shrine, which is 260 gold, and I also want to purchase a builder. So hopefully, by clearing this, I get myself a little bit closer to that goal. We're going to pick up, I think picking up a 3rd warrior here is perfectly reasonable. So I have a few really difficult choices here to make to try and beat these guys. So let's take a little bit of a stock here on the current state of the game. Okay. So I think the big thing that I need to squeeze out right now, well, I'm being pulled in 2 directions right now. I could build lots of units because I have lots of bonuses for that. I have an encampment. I have a militaristic envoy, which gives me plus 2 production when producing units, so that really helps on that. I could build a lot of units and just go crush Seoul or Armagh, and then right after kill Athens. But the problem is I'm going to run into money issues there if I do that, which would mean I would have to follow this up with a fairly early state workforce to pick up the conscription, which will make all my ancient era fighting units cheaper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that strategy. I'm going to try and do a quick kill on Pericles in the ancient era. So even though I really want a shrine and I really want another builder, I'm going to just build units. I'm going to go, this will bring me up to 3 warriors, and then 2 more slingers would probably be a good idea. So move him over and then hit here. Excellent. So we can basically pump out these extremely cheap units. cheap in terms of their maintenance. They want a trade route also. I might actually send Carthage a trade route. I will have to consider that. It depends entirely if I build an encampment or not. I would like to build an encampment. That's definitely something I want to do. I'm going to rest this war. I'm going to send him over to the city to rest, actually, because it's a little bit more efficient when he's that close. I'm going to keep scouting around here. I want to scout down around here, make sure there's no one else hiding down here. There might be tribal villages. There might be stuff like that. And then I'm also going to want to scout towards Athens to see if I can figure out how do I actually approach him. So we just finished irrigation, so we're going to want our second builder fairly soon to improve these luxury resources. Okay, so we finished the warrior. So we have 3 warriors now. We're going to want a couple of more slingers, so we'll start to work on those. This warrior is going to be heading down to... It looks like that encampment down there was cleared. There is one up here, but that's a little bit far away from Armagh, which is our target. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to start moving these warriors out in this general direction to kill Armagh. Now I could, here's the thing, I could keep Armagh, actually, and kill Seoul, but I already have an envoy with Seoul. Maybe I won't kill Armagh at all, and I'll just keep it around so I can get extra faith off them. That city is ours, I suggest you don't interfere. Yeah, I think I might not kill... Yeah, I don't think I will kill our good friend, Armagh. Looks like we found Cleopatra somewhere. I don't see her unit, but we did find her somehow. If we could do send a delegation to Cleopatra. And I know that cost us 25 gold, which is actually quite a lot of gold in the early game. But it was worth it to get vision of her. And are we the first? Oh, we're the first one to Lisbon as well. That's actually really nice. Plus 2 gold is quite a bit at this stage in the game. We have a slinger coming out. You're heading over to the city. Great. You're resting. You're resting. We're finding new stuff. That's what the scout's good for. The scout's good for finding this sort of thing. These sort of things. Looks like they just cleared an encampment over here. These 2 city-states. They seem to, if the barbarian encampments are left alone too long, they seem to just kind of go for it. Now these slingers are going to want to hang around in my land until I get the, oh, did I go for the wheel first? No, I was meant to go for the archery first. My bad. My mistake. We'll pick up another slinger here real quick. Which, in that case, probably better to go for the wheel and then archery. Okay, this warrior, I'm gonna put him on to... I'm gonna scout a little bit with this warrior. I think it's actually perfectly reasonable to do what I was doing. Go for archery and then pick up the wheel, and then maybe I'll build a settler or 2 in the meantime. So, I have my first target lined up, and I have a general strategy. I'm going to take 3 warriors, 3 archers, and 2 heavy chariots. I'm probably going to pick up state workforce fairly early for the maintenance cost reduction. We'll see that. We'll probably start researching it when we have our army built for the reduction in price. Okay. Or reduction in maintenance on our units. So this is a second warrior that's ready to go exploring a little bit, doing a little bit of a map knowledge exploration, because there's really important things I need to find, like city-states, encampments, you know, there's good money in those encampments. You were actually supposed to stay back there. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to move you. Just keep a little bit of a scouting eye around for any more encampments. Next turn. Oh, I can kill that scout. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do, I guess. I guess that's what I did, though. Okay. So we have 3 warriors, we have 3 slingers. It's probably a good time to pick up a settler or 2 to try and squeeze out a little bit of a advantage here. Now I could keep just producing units. I could go for a shrine. I am ahead in terms of religion. I could probably squeeze in a shrine, but that's a 7-turn. That's a 7-turn build. I think I'll go for the settler, because getting extra the earlier you get your settlers out, the better. Keep exploring with that warrior, and you're going to go here to try and block him from getting away. Looks like we found another encampment down here. We're going to want to eventually clear all these encampments. You know, it's basically free gold sitting around out in the open.
An enormous
And we found Ayakapakul, which is +1 culture, +2 food for every adjacent land plot. That's very nice, actually.
as if it had been.
You're going to go onto alert. You could move over here and just screw with this guy. You should rest a turn. Tell you what, you go over here as well to kind of block in that scout. I want to do a little bit of exploring over here towards Pericles to see if we can take him out.
I am fond of pigs.
Animal husbandry has just been picked up. You can shoot here now, right? And you can go back to exploring. You can come back over to our city. In these orders, you can just go into alert mode. Doing a little exploration with my warrior. Like a barbarian horseman. That's bad news. Very, very bad news. The settler in 7 turns. Looks like we just finished animal husbandry. We're going to be ready to upgrade these archers in a couple of turns. We have the gold for it, so I'll get you guys positioned on the edge of town. Just looking for the most efficient. The reason I sent a 1 warrior ahead is because I want to look for the most efficient path through this land over to Pericles. I'm going to get this warrior on the road as well. I want to the reason I'm staying inside the forest is because I have the movement speed bonus, and I'm worried about this horseman hitting me, and you get a combat strength bonus when you're inside a forest. I would like to send my units up to the Spear of Fionn, preferably, but I think the timing, it would delay my attack on Athens far too much, so I think I'm going to have to kind of pass on that. What I would like to really do actually is settle a city up here somewhere, and then stick an encampment right beside the Spear of Fionn. So every time my units spawn, they just spawn on there, and they get, you know, the second they're built, they get the Spear of Fionn bonus. That's sort of something I would like to do, which in fact, I think, you know, that's what I'm going to do. If I look here at the settler map mode, I think it would be perfectly reasonable to drop a city over here, build an encampment over there. So let's actually make sure we put pins here. We'll put a pin here, okay, and we'll put a pin here. We'll say city. And we'll say encamp. Okay. So that's going to wrap up this episode. I think it's been going reasonably well. We haven't done anything exceptional. I'm sliding back on explaining so much a little bit in favor of just kind of playing and talking about what's going through my head. I think we're doing reasonably well. We have our setup, which is 3 warriors and 3 slingers. We're going to want more eventually on King difficulty because the AI builds a little bit more units and their units are a little bit better. But you can still kind of do a similar sort of thing. You only really need 3 melee units, 3 ranged units, and a few cavalry to take out the entire world. So that's going to wrap things up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any sort of suggestions or improvements or thoughts or ideas on this series by leaving a comment. If you want to see more of this series, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified when new videos come out. If you want to directly support my channel, please leave a like on the video. It increases my rank on YouTube. It increases all my metrics. It's all good stuff. Other than that, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.